Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to King Spade channel. So recently I received quite a number of messages asking about my Longbow Dex penetration ranger build, about the cards that I use, enchant, skill set, basically all about the ranger Dex penetration build. I think it is also has something to do with the newly released sub-server. Perhaps more and more players are interested on the Dex penetration build hunter. I had previously shared my thoughts on the Dex penetration build ranger in a video post. I'll put the link in the video description and comment below if you want to know my overall view of the Dex penetration ranger build. And also I realized it has been a while that I update my ranger Dex penetration build. So in this video I'll be showing you my latest Dex penetration build ranger. That being said, let's get started. Let's start with the equipment. For the equipment, I am using all white equipment. This is something that I commit to in this game since in the beginning. A lot of players had wondered why I haven't upgraded my equipment to gold or blue equipment after so long. Because nowadays it is actually easy to get gold equipment, especially if you have been playing the game for a long time like me. Some even criticize it in the early days, even now, but I don't mind it because they don't actually see what I'm really trying to do, so I leave it at that. For an effective build, you can use the blue Dex accessories. I saw a lot of ranger player having blue Dex accessory and they deal a lot of damage. If you are going for the white accessory, you will start with the level 50 Krieger ring with final physical penetration and final physical damage bonus stat, and the level 50 talisman with final physical penetration stat. You will use that for a long time until level 110, where finally the game gives you another penetration accessory, the level 110 twisted ring and level 110 strafe area talisman, and later on the accessory is changed to the level 120 white Dex accessory, and that is the final equipment configuration for the moment, as the game haven't been updating the white equipment since the level 120 version. There is no level 130 white equipment and there is no level 140 white equipment, and now we are in the level 150 Iron Rock version, and still there are no level 150 white equipment being updated in the game. It is safe to say that unless there is a plan to update the white equipment level is until only level 120. To upgrade your equipment, you can then upgrade the equipment tier level. Luckily, you can still tier up the white equipment to level 150 equivalent, but I guess you need a lot of materials for that. The armor set is up to you, but I'm using the level 110 white armor for the equipment set effect. When activate active skill doesn't need to be the focus shot, arrow shower or aim bolt skill. Active skill can be the active buff skill like improve concentration, true sight or precision shot skill. So it is relatively easy to activate the equipment set effect. It has 60% chance to trigger the sharp effect, which increase your final damage bonus for at least 12% and can stack up to 3 times to about 36%, so that is quite a lot. Next, moving on to the enchant. Alright, so because the longbow weapon is exclusive to the crit build, especially on the shadow equipment, it does not have the penetration stat. It only gives crit damage. So to get the final physical penetration stat for the penetration build, one of the ways is from the enchant. So in the early game, you can get all Dex Frontera enchant on all equipment. With this, it can increase your Dex and physical attack, but if you want to get more physical penetration stat, you can then use the Morok physical penetration enchant on the weapon. To push the penetration stat further, pair it with the Alberta penetration percentage enchant on the accessory. You can go full Alberta penetration enchant on both accessories and talisman. For me, I just have 3 lines Alberta penetration enchant on only one accessory, and the other accessory and talisman I use the Frontera Dex enchant, and that alone gives quite a significant amount of penetration stat. Nonetheless, you can basically use this enchant configuration as your end game build, the final one. You don't have to change anything, but for me, the game is progressively updating the game with new versions, so at one point I feel like I too need at the same time progressively with the game to upgrade my build, and one of it is to upgrade the enchant. So that is what I have been doing recently. I decided to change the weapon ROX enchant to the given funnel physical penetration enchant. And with these changes, consequently, I will change all of the accessory enchant to the Payon enchant. And one of the command in the video suggested me to get Glassim Dex percentage enchant on the armor, and I think I will do that too. Next is the card. Alright, at the very least, you should get all seal funnel physical penetration card on the weapon, and all narrate funnel physical damage bonus card on the headgear, and Phenomena fire card on the accessory and talisman. The idea is to balance the funnel physical penetration, funnel physical damage bonus, and fire element stat. That is for the fire build ranger. Like me, I am using the fire build. But if you want to make a new character for the Dex penetration longbow hunter build, I suggest you to go for the neutral element instead. With neutral element, you will also increase your damage on the falcon and also the warg, because they deal neutral attribute damage. This will increase your damage even more. So with that, it will be a little tricky on the card part. You can use the Megalodon neutral element card on the weapon and the raid on the headgear, and unfortunately there's actually no good card on accessory for the penetration build. You are limited to the low level card Vitata for funnel physical penetration card or the Marine Sphere funnel physical damage bonus card. Later on higher level, then you will have better card. You can use the Apocalypse neutral card on headgear, seal penetration, or the Stone Shooter funnel damage bonus card on weapon, and use the Orange Venator funnel physical damage bonus card on the accessory. For fire build, you can change the Apocalypse card on the headgear with the Fiery Demic Fire card. Now that we are in the level 150 unbroke version, there are more selection of cards to use for the penetration build. I have not completely changed my card set yet, but I plan to get all Pitman card on the weapon for the funnel physical penetration and funnel physical damage bonus stat. The Diabolic card on the headgear is compelling for its stat, but I think I'll stick with the Fiery Demic card. And on the accessory, the Orange Venator card for the funnel physical damage bonus stat, but also perhaps the Nezuko card for the funnel physical penetration stat. This Nezuko card is a limited card from the Demon Slayer event, but surprisingly there are quite a few selling in my server, so by far this is the best blue card for the accessory, and I was thinking to get them for the accessory and talisman. Next, the skill set. For Dex penetration build ranger, there are two ways you can play the Dex penetration ranger. One, you can play it like the standard fast normal attack build, or two, because you are essentially a penetration build and the high Dex will give you high haste, which can reduce your skill cooldown. You can then play it like a skill spammer build. So let me show you. For fast normal attack build, you actually only need the precision shot skill. The 3 times attack per 1 normal attack is enough to melt the target HP. But for target like MVP, I like to put in the focus shot skill for the skill passive effect. It increases the damage to the marked target. And I also like to add in the sharpshooting skill. The sharpshooting skill has 30% chance to deal 100% more damage. So it's very good, not only for MVP hunt, but also for AFK grinding. For skill spammer build, you only need the arrow shower and the sharpshooting skill, and that's it. These two skills can easily wipe the monsters when doing AFK farming. Of course, for MVP hunt, you can add in more skills for continuous skill casting. This is essentially like the short bow build, but the short bow have cooldown reduction in its shadow equipment skill, making the short bow ranger to cast skill faster and more often than the Dex penetration longbow ranger. Alright, that is more or less all about the Dex penetration longbow ranger build on the surface. I didn't go through on the shadow equipment. I think it is straightforward and nothing really need to talk about. So what you want to know more about the Dex longbow penetration ranger build, ask me at the comment below. That's it for this video. This time video shoutout goes to... Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.